Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Frank Mularcik, and first of all, I just want to wish you guys a happy new year. I hope everyone has a great 2021 and your investments continue to grow over 2021. I certainly will be working on that a lot. So in this video, we're actually going to go over my portfolio for December and go over exactly what positions I bought and added to and all the dividends I received, and we'll see how I wound up throughout all of 2020 for stuff like dividends and how my portfolio may be compared to the overall market and see how I did there. So I hope you guys do enjoy the video. Make sure to like it to support the channel and subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. So right now we're here on my Fidelity account and I'm going to download my transaction statement from the past 30 days so we can run the script. And so if you haven't seen my last portfolio update video, definitely go check it out up here because I go through sort of how the script works exactly. But right now we're just going to run it. So if I go here, sorry, I cannot type, it seems. So if I go to run that, I should get a pop-up so I can select that file that I just got, and I will select that file and open, and then it's going to run that. So we will give it a minute and I will open up my portfolio spreadsheet so we can see that. What we can do right now is we can look at my current positions, just to remind you guys if you did forget. These are my positions as of last month, and we can see here my annual income was $31.72. So we'll see how that jumps up after this month of dividends and deposits and investments and all those things, and the value was at $1,055, so we'll see there where that ended up. And my 3-year CAGR was at 6.36, so hopefully that goes up. It looks like it's starting to input values in, so it's probably moving now. So yeah, you can see it's starting to put in these transactions. And actually made a small change to the spreadsheet or to the script so that it puts them in chronological order. It actually starts from the bottom, but now they will be in chronological order starting from the beginning of December all the way to the end, whereas before they weren't exactly in chronological order. So I kind of fixed that up a little bit. Alright, so it looks like the script has finished running, and so as you can see here, throughout the month I deposited $40. And these are my buys here. So my total investments was $54. So I did buy a little bit of JP Morgan and Pfizer, just about $5 of each. And then I also bought a little bit of Carrier Global. I'm really up massively on this position, but I just wanted to add to it a little bit, and it sort of dipped down from where it was, so I added a little bit. And then I bought about $10 of Leggett & Platt, about $10 of Microsoft, about $5 of Coke, and then about $15 of Air Products and Chemicals. So those are my investments. They total about $54 this month, and I did not sell anything in this account, or I don't think I made any sales, to be honest, but in this account I did not sell. And then for the dividends, from Travelers I got a total of 23 cents. From Coca-Cola I got 43 cents. From Amcor I got 17 cents. From Microsoft I got 15 cents. And ExxonMobil, I got $1.08. This is my first dividend that has been above $1 from one particular company at one payment, in this account at least. So that was pretty exciting. Hopefully ExxonMobil will continue doing well in the future. I definitely think they're at a big discount right now, but the future of the dividend is definitely a bit uncertain, but we will see what happens with that. J&J, I got a total of 37 cents. Southern, I got 91 cents. That's getting pretty close to $1, and that's just because that's my biggest position. Pfizer, I got 61 cents, and Aflac, I got 28 cents. So the one thing with Pfizer's dividend is, for some reason, the data from Yahoo Finance that I'm pulling in my script for the per share dividend, for some reason it says Pfizer's dividend is 36 cents. So that kind of screwed up my data a little bit here. It's really not a big deal. I'm really only caring about this total amount right here on the right side, and that I'm getting directly from my Fidelity statement, so I know that's correct. But if you look here at the Pfizer dividend history, you can see throughout all of 2020 their dividend has been 38 cents. And then it looks like the next dividend in 2021 will actually be 39 cents. So I'm not quite sure why that's not right from Yahoo Finance, but that's how it is. So that is the case. And then if this is my transactions tab on my spreadsheet, so you can see starting right here, these are basically all the transactions I just talked about and all the cash deposits. So that's basically how my spreadsheet gets these. And then with the dividends, these are the dividends I received starting right here with Aflac, and then moving down all of these. These were added in from my script as well. So let's just take a look at the summary of my portfolio. So right now I have $42 of cash, and then some of these positions I have more shares than before, obviously. And then my total value is right here around $1,100. So we did crack that 1,100 mark. And as you can see here, the annual income moved up to $33.34, and the CAGR moved up to 6.5%. So I really like that. I definitely want to keep increasing that CAGR of my dividend, maybe hopefully get it up to around 7 or 8% ideally. But at the time, this is all right. It's not terrible. The dividend yield is 3.15%, so that's definitely fairly decent, not anything crazy high or low. So this is just my allocation by sector here. So it's still pretty much the same. My cash is a bit lower now. It's 3.8%. But I don't know. That's just how I keep it, and maybe that's wrong, but that's what I do. So as you can see, these I like because the dividend income by sector is a lot more distributed evenly, I think, than my allocation. So that makes me feel a lot better, because even though I have a lot more into technology, that obviously the technology historically pays a lower dividend yield, so that amount of dividends I'm actually receiving from them is a lot lower. So this is essentially the total amount that I've invested, and then my current value here of 1,100 is with capital gains and dividends added. So basically this year I've had about a 10% return, and obviously this isn't perfect because of my switch from Robinhood to Fidelity. I had some profits that I took there that I didn't transfer over here, but I tried to account for that when calculating this total amount invested here. So it should be fairly accurate, and so my return, like I said, is 10%, which unfortunately is lower than the S&P 500, which was 15%. So at this point, I'm really not too worried about that, because I'm still learning a lot. I definitely made a lot of mistakes in 2020 with my investments, so I'm okay with that. And 10% for me is still, I think that's still a pretty decent return, so I'm happy with that, I think. And over time, I would definitely like to at least match the market, but also for me, this is really just a learning experience. I'm really not making tons of money with this in the grand scheme of things. I'm just getting started and learning a lot. So if we look here at my dividends by month, it appears that in December I received $4.23, which was significantly higher than the amount I received in September, which is when these companies paid before, when I received $3.29. So almost a dollar increase there, which is for me pretty good. One of the contributing factors was the fact that Coca-Cola actually paid out in December this month, whereas it would have paid out in January if it went along the regular schedule, but that's just how it went. So total in 2020, it looks like I actually did meet my $20 received in dividends goal, which I was actually a bit surprised by that I did reach that. So I'm really happy I reached that. I'm really not sure what my goal will be in 2021. I'm thinking around like $40. I think that's a fairly good goal right now. Obviously my projected income, as we saw, was only $33, so I'll definitely have to continue adding to the portfolio. I don't know if I'll be able to reach $40, but tentatively, I'll just say that's my goal. And then looking at the quarterly dividends, again, great increases over time. I'm really liking to see that. And then the yearly dividends, obviously 2020 was my first year of dividend investing, so I just have that one. And then we're also going to look at this changes over time tab here, and I actually made a little update. So what I did was this previously it would just update every like 45 days or so. So if the date is 45 days after this most recent date, then it'll update automatically, but I made it so that I can manually update it here. So if I run this little script here, it should manually update these values right here and put the date. So I did have some progress. Last time I updated it, it was actually a little bit of negative progress. in the dividend CAGR at least. But I did have progress in both areas, so we see some nice trend lines up there in both cases, and it looks like the percentage change is decreasing a little bit, but that is alright because I'm still making progress over time, which I'm happy about. And the quote of the video is, "Slow and steady wins the race." And I don't know if this is actually an official quote, but this is just something that's generally taken as a lesson learned from Aesop's fables of the tortoise and the hare. So I thought this is a really good one that applies to dividend investing, because dividend investing is really about slow but steady and just that compounding over time, over long periods of time. And especially with me, because I'm so young, I will really have a long time for these investments to compound. And I was actually talking to my brother the other day about some investments, and he said this to me, and it was actually something that I've been thinking about as well, which is that what I'm doing now with investing, to say it lightly, I guess, it's really not going to matter how well these investments perform in 10 years, because in 10 years, I'm going to be adding significantly more to this portfolio than I'm currently adding. So these initial contributions right now really aren't going to make that much of a difference. But right now, what I am gaining is experience, and I'm able to learn a lot about investing at this point, so that when I am able to contribute a lot of money, I already know what I'm doing, and I'm already confident in what I'm doing, and I'll hopefully be able to do even better than I'm doing now. So I thought that was really interesting to think about. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know how your portfolios did in 2021. I would really like to hear about that, and I will see you in the next video.